Check.
Me and my weird ass faces.
You're committing a crime right now.
It's CBD flower.
Oh, nice.
CBD hemp, which is perfectly legal, helps with the pain.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Dude Sweet.
Dude Sweet.
I should have waited for the big exhale. Oh, well.
I should have, but then I was just like, it's okay. You were trying to catch me in a crime. That's not a crime.
Exactly.
I'm not committing a crime, sir.
Everything's a crime to me because I'm
a crime.
My name is Ian Douglas Terry. I'm a crime lord.
My name is Brian Keith Nelson, a.k.a. Blaxican Thunder.
There he is. There he is.
Yes. Hello.
Welcome.
How are you doing, Mr. Ian?
I'm good. Let's see what's new in my world. Okay. I have been growing my own wheatgrass. I'm getting really into plants and growing stuff. It's pretty sick.
Nice.
But I grew some wheatgrass and then juiced it with a bunch of other stuff, some pepino melons and some apples and oranges and kale and celery. Yeah. Dude, I forgot how juicing, like, when you make just like pure ass juice and take a big drink, whoo, your body's like,
yeah,
let's go.
Because you straight up getting all the nutrients. Like it's the healthy version of just taking it all straight to the veins. Like, no, I was gonna do a really dark example, but never mind.
I'm gonna overdose on juice.
Some like Requiem for a Dream shit. It's like, you just put the needle in there, and then you just like take a little bit of your blood out to mix it in, and then you just shoot it right in. Don't actually do that, please.
Yeah, please do not inject juice into your body. Just chug it.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Yeah, chug the juice.
I've been doing that, and that's about it, man. Like, Colorado, we were real hot for a while, and now the air quality's like awful.
No shit.
Like, I got sick just from being outside for
really?
a couple hours. Yeah,
dog. When I was out there, my allergies were a mess. I was like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah, dude, we got all these friggin' fires.
I guess something.
Yeah.
No. It's not even the ultimate. Mother Nature is coming for her vengeance. That's right. The baddest bitch on the planet, Mother Nature, is coming for everybody. And we ain't ready. We deserve it. She ain't never left. She's coming back. She done tried to warn us. Now she got to spank all of us.
Yeah, it's about to get fucking gross. But so I haven't been able to rollerblade. But I'm just gonna start rollerblading with a mask on.
It's all right. We can still hack the planet without rollerblading.
Yeah, and we're getting back to masks because people are foolish.
Personally, I like masks. I would have continued to wear them regardless. So yeah, I like it. I'm glad that now I can wear it without being judged.
Yeah,
because now it seems like it's normal.
Yeah, but that's about it, man. If you want some extremely specific Colorado news, let's go. Are you ready?
Let's go.
I-70 is completely shut down in Glenwood Springs. Like right after in the canyon, there was a giant mudslide. Destroyed.
I saw that when I was out there.
So all these people trying to escape to the mountains. They're trying to go, like, I guess
y'all gonna have to take the long way now.
Well, that's what they tried. Independence Pass had so much traffic that now they shut that down because they're like, you guys are gonna die. Like, that's a twisty road that you can't take semis down.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Yeah, dude. So if it's not an avalanche,
that's why they have the what is that? The runaway train exit shits?
Yeah,
or runaway truck.
Runaway train. That's a song from the 90s.
Is that?
Yeah, Runaway Train.
I'm just thinking about heisting a train because that would be a fun movie to do.
Yeah, dude.
I'll talk about movies later, but
that's I'm an old man. I just talk about the weather and traffic. That's about.
Dude, that's all that's going on right now. That's all that's going on right now.
Yeah, dude.
That's it.
What about you? What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing. Just dedicating most of my time now to writing.
There you go.
getting a lot of the shit that I want to get done. At least making sure I have the pre-planning process of everything done, so I at least will have detailed synopsis shit. So more like the stuff that I've sent you already. More of that for all of my projects, along with at least a majority of a script. I'm not the best at script writing by myself. I can definitely get it done. It just takes me more time, but I prefer to have other people. So I'm just, until I can get all that going, I'm just gonna do stuff now. So right now my time is just really spent between work, getting most of that done. I'm still going to the gym, all masked up. Like,
there you go.
I'm still trying to get buff like Bane. Just give me that kind of mask, because Bane is technically South American. Anyway, I can't remember, but it's not Tom Hardy. Although I like Tom Hardy's rendition of Bane.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that before. How sometimes you gotta focus on certain things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't be spread too thin. You want to pick your battles.
Yeah, and it really comes to a time where it's just like, as me personally, I will just do a lot of shit because I can and because it's fun.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, realistically, some things will be counterproductive to what I'm trying to do. So like, I'm at a point where I've been doing something long enough. It can't just be doing it for just fun anymore if it's also taking away from other things where that could potentially help me out where I'm trying to be anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like just switching back and focusing.
That's how I was with comedy, where I was like, this isn't fucking fun anymore. Like, it's not fun. I don't like doing it. It's just taken away. It's, more negative than positive. So it's just like, move on. Yeah. Put the energy into something else.
That's all you got to do. When you start having a certain mindset about certain things, I've just learned that instead of just, I've preached about it. Don't be like a bitter person. Don't be the person. And I'm nowhere near bitter, but don't be the person who just hangs on to something so long to where they just start resenting shit. Just be like, what?
Dude, that's the worst.
You got to walk away. You just got to walk away from shit sometimes. So that's what it is.
That was my biggest fear, is being like 50 years old, still dressing the way I do, and being like doing comedy at breweries, being like, hell yeah, guys, 311, huh? Yeah. Like, just like, no, get the fuck out.
No, 1000%.
Dude, I've started, I think every time we talk, I'm like, I'm starting to get creative and working on stuff, and then it just plateaus every single time. I'm trying to like find a workaround for that. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you, that shit happens to me a lot too. But the only thing that helps is I have to make myself push through it.
Yep.
At least, like, especially when I have, so for me, what best comes is coming up with an idea, fully thinking out an idea, and it actually sticks with me, because there are details that I will plug in here and there, but I just keep going over it in my mind, where it's just kind of cementing a story, so that way if I get to a point and then where I have to go back and figure out how it's going to work again, then in that point I know enough of how it was structured and built, so I can say, okay, well, I can change this without having to actually restructure the entire story. Or maybe, I can have something here that I didn't think was missing, but now I could do here because it would make sense for later on.
Yeah.
Such and such like this. And that's how I do it. But if I'm not in the mood to sit there and type, what I at least do is I have my projects folders, I get in there, I make the new file of what I'm working on. I at least start typing a few of the little basic ideas I have down there, and then I leave it. And sometimes I have a bunch of ideas, so I'll do that to 3 different things, and then I write it, and then I leave it, and I write it, and then I leave it. And then what I'm doing is, during my work day, or when I'm at the gym or whatever, I'm constantly like, I know how to zone out and do my work and do, like, whatever. So I know how to just do all my own shit. Yeah. So I constantly will sit and focus and write all these plot points out and write all the details and stories in my head. So when I get to a point where now I can actually type it down, it's a pretty solid flow of just, all right, now I have everything in my head. I was already thinking about how it goes. So instead of sitting there waiting at the keyboard being like, shit, how do I do, like, where was I going from here? What's this idea? Blah, blah, blah. I already have it thought out. So now I have enough of the motivation to sit there, write it out in bulk. And then as I'm starting to go, it just starts flowing. It just starts flowing from me. It just, it just helps to kind of, if you're constantly trying to figure it out, just put it together before you're actually putting it down. Because if you're just sitting there, then sometimes you like demotivate yourself. Like, fuck, I just sit in front of the computer and I can't think of anything anyway, so I might as well do something else.
Yeah, it's like the thing that I found the very best for me, and I think a lot of people can probably relate to this. It's like I can't be creative here, like because I have like, let's see, I have two screens here, I have my phone there, I have a screen back there, a Switch back there, a PS5 in there. Like it's just, and I have hundreds of games on Steam. I have every movie I could ever want.
Oh yes, and, easy.
And there's the part of me that's like, well, I have to finish all these hundreds of video games. Like I have to.
Yeah, 1000%. 1000. No. I absolutely get you.
Yeah.
But everyone, here's the hard truth. And trust me, it hurts every time I have to realize it too. But here's the hard truth. You have to make yourself do it. You have to. You have to. Because the amount of time you're spending playing the game, it happens to me. I love playing games. I'm a fucking nerd. I don't know if it's been established enough here or not, but I'm a fucking, like, I love it.
You're wearing a Power Ranger shirt. How could anyone doubt it?
The bottom also has the belt replica. This is my workout shirt because the sleeves didn't fit right anymore.
Hell yeah.
So you have to make yourself, though, because then there's going to be times where you're like, damn, I could have, like, you'll go back, oh, man, instead of, like, playing 20 hours of that game that I've already played, but damn, it's so good, I like to play it. And hey, I get on my depressed shit too, where I'm just like, I really just want to zone out on something that I'm familiar with, but I can still navigate my way through, because right now I just need like the distraction. That's also where I get a lot of my good thinking too. And that's also why I like driving. It helps me process stories when I drive. Yes. It's the best because you have to pay attention while you're actually driving, but it's not so where you have to do anything crazy. Like that. But it helps you get in a zone where you can process stuff, I think, at least.
Like the 7-hour drive to my parents' house in Nebraska is where I've come up with like some of my best ideas.
Yeah.
Because you're just so focused.
Yep.
There's no, like, you might be listening to something, but
you have no distractions.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to replicate that without driving to my parents every weekend, because that would suck.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think I just have to like do the fucking it's like
start doing the hikes again.
Yeah. Like
start
walking,
doing the hikes.
Just walking around is good too.
Yeah.
Like go for like a hour walk, but I think I might even have to like go sit at a fucking coffee shop, as much as like that's so lame. That's such like a
well, you're especially now, you're just so condensed and used to being where you're at.
Yeah.
And you're comfortable with that. So like see, this whole lockdown didn't really drive you crazy because you're fine with being content that way. Like that's how you're comfortable.
I'm happiest like this.
I'm the same way. It's great. It's great. It's just great. I'm just so much. I have just because of certain things, I have so much more of the extrovert in me that I understand how my friends are. So I'm willing to at least go be introverted over at their place, so that way they can chill, be comfortable. Yeah, like, I'll do whatever. But yeah, so it's easier for you. Some people struggle with that. So it might be harder for you to like, just because you go to like the living room, you also spend a lot of time in the living room, and unless you feel like, I don't even know if you could really sit in your bathroom or in the tub for an extended amount of time and still have that same amount of feeling.
That's my dojo.
Still...
There you go. Dojo. That's where I train.
There you go. Hey, you know what, man? Fuck it. Get a bunch of Epsom salt soaks. Take that bath, and you know what? That's what you get. That's your time to sit there and think, and to come up with stuff.
I like that. I know, like
it's good for the body too. Fuck it. And you know what? Pamper yourself. Hey, look, everyone. Reality sometimes isn't the greatest, so pamper yourselves. Pamper yourselves in the simplest, easiest ways when you can. Just go for it.
Our good friend Chris Bossum, he does something that I should be doing this. He'll drive up to the mountains by himself with a hammock, set that shit up, and just chill,
hang out.
Yeah, just like kind of in the middle of nowhere, just sit and read.
Yeah,
you start doing that, but fucking air quality, fucking traffic.
Yeah,
I just got to do it. That's the thing. Just got to do it.
You have to make yourself, because ultimately at the end of it, it's like you only get out of it what you put in.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of other things that go into it, but still you got to be willing to put in the work. I still believe you have to be willing to put in the work.
Yeah. There's nothing good comes easy.
No.
Like that's
and
really
even if you got like a shot or an opportunity or something and it just popped up out of nowhere like that, it just came up like that. If you are not prepared after that shot, what happens? You just probably fall off. And nothing against people, but they're not always prepared for it. But it's just, I don't know. It's different. Again, I think it's different for me because I just come from a little bit of a different like understanding, because I have a little bit of a different background where I can't take certain shit for granted. Like, so I've just been preparing, but it's also part of who I am. Like, just learning how to deal with shit. It's just like, let me just be productive when I can about certain shit, so that way eventually, like, I am prepared.
Like, it's, dude, this plateau thing though.
It's like, real. It's rough. Like, I feel it at the gym all the time. That shit's demotivating. Anyone who's like even started to work out, you feel that plateau, and it's demotivating. You're like, how am I supposed to feel this? Like, come on.
I think like what I really genuinely need is, because my whole life it's been procrastinating until the last minute, and then I'd pull off like random ass miracles. Like 75% of the time I would crush it somehow.
Same.
And that just ingrained like this terrible work ethic into me, where it's like,
no, I feel you, but because I also, and I still struggle with procrastinating on certain things. However, I have had to learn, and a lot of things I've had to like make myself learn. I had to learn how to actually put that wall on where I procrastinate. I procrastinated on schoolwork, pulled shit out, got shit done, graduated. I think that's what you should at least do. Cool. If you don't, that's fine. No judgment. If you get a GED, it's all the same to me. It don't matter. Basically, once you hit 18, they just want you to work so you can make money for the government and give you scraps. But that's another conversation for later.
Teach these devils.
I told you, AK, bullets, but not. But.
So are you like making your own deadline, basically?
So like even with work, I don't necessarily make a deadline, which I should make a deadline, but there are enough things I have where it's just, I have enough things tucked away to where once those start going, pretty much that's when my deadlines start, is when I start and being productive. Right now, I am still getting things finished and I'm getting things done, but these are more longer term projects. I have sketches I've been sitting on forever that I could easily film with somebody else, especially now knowing how I know. I would just redo some of it if I need to, and then I already have all the shot. Like, I can do all this stuff in my head with a lot of this stuff. So I said I'm gonna be my one-man production crew, so that shit's about to happen. It's gonna happen.
DIY's the best, dude.
Hey, and see, that's what happens when you are able to put your attention and energy and time into something else. Now that other thing can benefit from that too. So that's
like what I'm thinking is I should just make deadlines.
Deadlines will help. Oh, but what I was gonna say is, so I make this wall. I'll still procrastinate on some work shit, whatever. It's fine. I know I can do it. I pull it out. Bam. Do not procrastinate on something you are passionate about. You have to look at what you're passionate about as something differently, especially if you're doing it as just a pure passion, as just a hobby. Cool. Do it at your own pace. Do whatever you want. That's perfectly fine. I'm not telling you how to do that. But if you are doing that plus trying to take it to the next level, you have to view it completely differently than if you viewed everything else. You have to view it as your number one priority. It has to be, if you're still working as like your job, even to support yourself while you're trying to do stuff like this, it has to be on par, if not more important than your job. It has to be.
Yeah.
You have to treat it that way. So in your spare time, like, not everyone has the benefit of having all the time that they need to dedicate to it. Trust me, I know, like, that shit sucks. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I have like luckily found myself where I can be in a position where I'm part-time, but I still make decent amount of money.
Yeah.
Because I've just happened to work that out. So that's more time to doing something that I can do. Not everyone has that benefit, but you do have to think, hey, especially now with all the distractions that we're talking about, you have time to sit here and watch this show. You have time to sit here and do that. That's fine. Do that. I get it. You got to shut off your brain. However, that's also time you could be using to start working on your shit. Like, there's plenty of times in the day we zone out. We can zone out from our jobs or what we do. Start zoning out to use it to work on the shit that you need to work out. Work that out in your head.
Yeah.
You need to be able, basically anything you have, you want to be able to run through it and tell somebody else it in a convincing manner, so that way it makes sense. So you want to be able to sit there and work through the intricacies of everything. You want to sit there so that way you can have the plan and spit it off the tip of your tongue if you need to. So that way when you can actually implement it, You can do that. So at work, just figure out how to make that work. When you zone out, when you want to go away on your phone and stuff, take out the notepad, start taking notes on stuff, start jotting ideas down, start getting all these ideas going, start using that time that we have. Like, I get it, zoning out's great, especially because things are just, you're like, I don't want to be here, I'd rather do something else. I'm preaching to myself here, trust me, but I have to hold myself accountable. We all have to hold ourselves accountable.
Yeah.
Because we still all have a lot of work to do if we're trying to get somewhere. And even when you get there, you have a lot of work to do. Like, realistically, it's just going to continue to be work, and it will just gradually keep paying off to where it's not that the work lessens, but the benefits are so much outweighing the work now more. You don't mind it as much.
Yeah.
At least that's what I believe. That's what I think. That's what I'm hoping it will get to. That's what I'm working for.
Hell
so you have to treat it serious like that. You have to find these times where you could realistically fit it in, even if it's just mentally. And if you can't always mentally hold stuff in your head, like, I went from memorizing plays, so I don't expect people to have that kind of memory like this. Like, so not everyone can do that. But you have a phone, you have your notepad, jot that shit down real quick. Like, it helps. It will help. And then, because there are times people are feeling fired up and motivated. Hey, you left the gym early, or you got a full workout in, but your pre-workout's still kicking in. Oh man, you feel good. The music's got you hyped. You feeling pumped up, right? Start thinking of some other shit that you want to do. If you have some ideas, pull that shit out. Go sit your ass down there. Go stretch. After workout. It's good for your muscles. It's good for your body. It's good for longevity. Flexibility also equals strength. But stretch time also means you can sit there and get some more shit off on your phone, jot some ideas down, get some more of that stuff. Like, feel that motivation. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Our time is far too limited, and these bleeding bastards suck it out of us every fucking minute they can. So we gotta find the time we can. We gotta find the time we can to do it. That's the only thing I got for you. Like, because I'm sure everyone listening is the same common person. We all come from working families. Some people are fine with the 9 to 5. Hey, that's perfectly fine. That's great. You want all the normal things. That's cool. I'm working for something different because something different makes me happy. So this is just how it makes me happy. But I still know all the core values of where I came from.
Hell yeah.
So it just, you have to look at it differently. You have to force yourself to look at it differently.
Yeah, it's so recently I was telling a story about one of my friends to the nice girl I'm dating, and shout out. I was like, and I was like, I want to make like a movie about, fuck it, I'm just going to talk about it. No one's going to steal this.
Go for it. Fuck it.
Don't steal this. It's copyrighted.
Yeah, hey, technically, if you spit it out, it's your IP.
So I have a friend whose grandparents sold a bank, so they're elite level rich.
Hell yeah.
In Omaha. So
Hell
they're very,
yeah.
very wealthy.
In Omaha too? You know how cheap, boy?
Yeah. But him and his siblings all have kidnapping insurance out on them.
Oh shit.
So if someone were to kidnap
them, you have to. Yo, that's wealthy when you have to do that shit. When it's just casually like, sign this document for kidnapping insurance. Like, what?
I should ask my parents be like, why don't I have kidnapping insurance? Because we don't give a shit.
They'll look at each other and be like, Ian, sit down. Son, we were school teachers for a very long time. We can comfortably live where we are because it's cheap right here. And we were smart with our money.
So when I was told that, my immediate reaction is like, oh, I'm going to kidnap my friend. And so I told Melody, I was like, yeah, so I always wanted to like write like a comedy movie based around a group of friends kidnapping their friend to try to get the money, and then bad stuff happens. That'd
be fantastic. There was actually, do you remember hearing about the movie, or not the movie, the play that me and Brandon did, the Chad Deity play?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I think you remember hearing us talk about it.
Yeah.
But those guys, awesome, Patrick, Michael, and Akshay, all dope, great actors. But while they were here, they also wanted to make a movie on the side too. So we were making a movie, and the plot of it was a little bit more serious. There was some humor to it, but it was definitely a lot more like, oh shit, this shit's about to get real. It was fun. Like episode 1 saw the light of day. It's out on YouTube, called Another Sunny Day in Denver. You can check it out. I had conversations last that they want to still make it a movie, but all the COVID shit happened. So maybe in time we'll go back. But if not, hey, it was fun. But the plot of it was a group of people were going to kidnap the sister of one of their friends.
Nice.
Who was like, yeah, my dad owns this, blah, blah, blah. If you kidnap, he'll give this money up. We'll have this money. We'll split it, whatever. But shit goes wrong because they kidnapped the wrong girl. So, yeah.
But it's I have so many.
But that would be a funny
like
movie. That would be a funny. We should definitely co-write that because here's the thing, Ian. That's something that if we found talented ass people who were down to work and do shit like that, if we were like, yo, we'll pretty much just pay for everything, lodging, gas, food, all that shit, just come shoot the shit with us, film this with us, we could get that done. And then guess what? Sell that shit. Sell that shit. Own it, of course. Own it, of course. No. Own it. No, don't get it twisted. Own it, of course. But at least sell it for distribution.
Yeah.
Because if you make it good, like that's the thing. People are making. I haven't watched it yet, but shout out to Brian Landis Folkens because I acted in a project with him when I first started doing independent filmmaking. He was like one of my first short films that I worked with, and he was just in a movie with Will Wheaton that's now on Netflix. And I was like, I got to check that shit out. But shout out. But that's the thing. If you can work and get your own shit and get it to the level where it's actually good, and you will get people at least to get it from you. You could do a lot with it, especially in this day and age. Like you just have to know how to do it right, but own your shit.
Yeah.
Own all your shit.
We got to just the plateau thing. It hits me every time. Like I'll have an idea and then it just like, like one of my dumbest ideas ever, which then this was like decades ago. Mm-hmm. I went up to, we hated each other at the time. My friend Emmy, we did not like each other.
Oh yeah.
And at a party, I just went up to him and I was like, hey man, I got this idea for a movie. And he's just like, just imagine that. Like you don't like someone, they come up to you.
Yeah. And they just come up.
No, it's like, it's called Jesus Hockey. Jesus ? Hockey ! And then the poster is Jesus hitting a slap shot. And it says, Jesus doesn't save, he scores. And so he laughed. And then I pitched a whole movie, which then I tried to turn it into a stand-up bit, but it was like so clunky, but it was still funny. Basically, these guys go back in time. Or no, wait, they have a beer league hockey team. So the shitty hockey team, and they suck. And they're like, man.
Fuck yeah. It's great. Like, I love it. Give me another chance. Give me another chance at glory that I missed in my high school years.
And they're like, we
not
need
to judge.
win.
Some people just like having fun. That's cool.
I never had like why they needed to win, and I thought it'd be funny if there were no stakes. Like they're just like, we just want to win.
Absolutely, they just needed to win.
Yeah, so one night they get all fucked up.
As a comedy too, it writes itself because you got to have one of them who's just like, you don't fucking understand. This ain't a goddamn game.
I think one of the main things of screenwriting is there's supposed to be stakes, and I'm like, no, there's no stakes. But
no. In screenwriting, as long as it's personal stakes and someone plays to that, it's fine. You just have to have it build up on top of it. You just have to have it. And if you're playing it for a laugh, it's great as long as it builds up to something that's worthy of it.
So they get fucked up one night and they do like a weird drug that is just like, it's not like a real drug. And they accidentally time travel.
Whoa, yeah. I love it.
So they time travel.
Is this actual time travel or do they all trip together time travel?
No, it's real. Ooh. And they wind up in biblical times with Jesus Christ.
Fuck yes.
And they're like watching him and they're like,
are they watching the crucifixion?
No, but pre all that.
Okay. Whew.
It's him preaching and telling everybody good things.
I was saying like, ooh, y'all better warn him.
So they're like, wait a minute. Jesus can walk on water. He'd be fucking amazing on ice. They bring Jesus back to modern times. Turns out he sucks at hockey. He's fucking terrible.
Naturally.
Yeah. So he's just god awful, but then he becomes their coach. And he's inspirational and he's telling them motivational things.
Yeah.
He gets a boyfriend.
You are my new disciples and everything.
And he gets a boyfriend and
Jesus does?
Like, yeah. And then they end up beating like the rival team, the Devils. They defeat them.
Ooh.
And then,
can they be from Sweden again? Just because the Mighty Ducks have instilled that into me.
Yeah. No, it was Iceland.
Was it Iceland?
Yeah.
Sorry, Sweden. I didn't mean that. Sorry, IKEA. I didn't mean that.
I'm going to make a YouTube video about Mighty Ducks 2 and all the crimes they commit. But
no, first of all, what we should do, and I'm 1000% down to do this, is we should stream watch all of the Mighty Duck. Oh, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And let's just do a breakdown of the movies. Let's just do a breakdown of them.
I'm in.
Let's just do
a
breakdown.
So they win. Jesus goes back to biblical times, and then they come back to modern times, and all of a sudden the Bible's super cool and like
it's super inclusive, yeah.
Super woke Bible.
I like it.
So that's Jesus ! Hockey.
Quentin Tarantino ain't the only one writing revisionist movies.
Yeah. It's Jesus ? Hockey !
Hockey could bring us all together.
Yeah, but so I did all of that in front of a man at a party, and then we became best friends. Shout out Emmy.
Again.
But see, it's like I actually did. There was a point where I started pricing how much it would cost to get all the like stuff made to make a hockey movie, pricing and like who's gonna do what and all this, and then just it's like, oh, should have just pushed through.
I bet you that shit's more affordable now.
Oh yeah, but it's and then a lot of this stuff too. Instead of making an entire movie, it'd just be fun to make a trailer.
Oh yeah, I still want to make a bunch of because see, here's the thing. Trailers can still be concepts.
Yeah.
Like, people get full-length shit off of short-length shit all the time.
Oh, yeah. And anymore, it's like you kind of want it to be
Trust me, like,
short.
the sketches I already got the Grindhouse trailers fucking ready to roll. You don't even know.
But it's like you kind of want stuff to be short because people's attention spans are so fucked. Like,
yeah,
it's so hard to sit and watch.
Well, that's why that's why like TikTok is famous.
Yeah.
Like, it's popular because it's short and it keeps you interested.
That's true.
And people, like, if they're not entertained, they swipe past your shit. Oh, God.
This is just for the video.
That's voguing. You're voguing right now.
That's what all TikTok is. It's all upper body dancing.
I hope the black.
There.
Wow.
Shout out TikTok.
No. Shout out TikTok. Fuck that.
China owns them. Shout out China.
Fuck that. No. I hope the people of color out there who are protesting TikTok fuck that bullshit. That's enough of that.
Hold on.
It's enough of that.
You're trying to tell me that white people stole something from black people?
No.
I don't
Elvis?
know about that.
Get out of here. Please.
I don't know about that.
Before there was R. Kelly, there was Elvis Presley. I said it. I fucking said it.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
I seriously think if I just create deadlines, even though I am such an asshole that, like, because I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym every Friday. I didn't fucking go today.
Well, if you need more organization like that, then deadlines will probably help you the best.
Yeah.
Because it's something to help you keep you, if you need to be time and goal oriented, like very specifically and precisely, it will help.
Yeah.
It helps.
And I think I've always needed like everybody, there's always writing partners. That's a big thing.
That's the thing too.
Yeah.
But now look, my computer's up and running well. We can always sit here. We can sit and write over. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then also realizing like there's lots of people I know who are either very like interesting or have like would be an asset to creating stuff, but they're not plugged into that.
Yeah,
like
they don't want to create. It's like, come on.
I'm working on my friend Jordan because he's like, he remembers everything, and he was heavily involved in like the Omaha hardcore DIY scene, and he's just known by all these bands. And I want to make a podcast with him, but he's not computer savvy. So we're working on it. We're gonna get him there, but
it's a work in progress.
It's just like this dude has amazing stories. He remembers. Like he has like photographic memory about shows. He'll remember what shirt I was wearing at like a show in fucking 97 and shit. But I want to
good man for an alibi.
And I want to make like a podcast that has a purpose, has a function, and it's teaching. It's just like this knowledge of DIY. Yeah. And so you have these guests on. It's like, how did we do this? How did we make this happen? Like, how did we create this? So then younger people, because I feel younger people.
And you know a few punk rock people, so getting that shit off would be dope. Because they could also tell you about all that.
He already made a list of all the guests he could get, and it's crazy.
Fuck yeah, do it. Like if I had the time, I have a whole like, it would just require too much research. But one of them would basically be like, I've been playing around with another podcast idea calling "What the Fuck," which means like, Or no, it's what the fuck, why the fuck, how the fuck.
There you go.
So it's what the fuck is happening in, like, say for instance, what the fuck is happening in the government?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is this happening in the government? How the fuck is this able to happen in the government? And then actually through study explain what's happening, why it's able to happen through laws and all that shit. And then how it's able to happen, like all the way back to the origins, like the establishment of law, like these certain laws or stuff. Or if you talk about politicians, if you want to talk about like, I don't know, certain police departments in certain cities, you can go all the way the fuck back to that. Because that's a lot of knowledge that now people can have, but not everyone has. I just told you, they're trying to bleed us dry of our time and our souls. So
Can I pitch something to you?
Go for it. Let's go.
Make it a YouTube series.
I mean, I'm down.
So here's
I just like audio.
feel.
I like audio because audio doesn't come with ads. There's plenty of places I can drop it where it don't come with. YouTube, unless you subscribe to that, is full of ads. It's crazy. Hold on. YouTube, fuck you. Because listen to me. I fucking see your tricks. All right, I see your fucking tricks. Now you done hidden the fucking the ad spots, so I don't know when to skip that bitch. So I won't have to see your fucking ads. How dare you? Now you just got the shit all invisible. And I watch it from my phone because I can't add it. But if I watch it on something else, I got that Firefox block on your ass. I just want you to fucking know that right now.
But here's my reasoning. Because there was a whole project I've been like doing some work on. I need to do more. But and originally I was like, I'll do a podcast, and it's like podcasts are very limited. Not everybody, like the youth are on YouTube. They're not on podcasts. For the most part, like I've gathered. Like for the most part. That time I dated someone like 12 years younger than me, they only knew YouTube comedy. They didn't know like
it's true.
It blew my fucking mind. But great gal. She's doing well.
Fantastic. Hope you're good.
Yeah, but I think, and I do this too, I'll get very wrapped up in here's what I like. This is how I like doing things. Not really thinking like, and like when you said that idea, it's like that'd be such a, because I watch shitloads of YouTube now, just random YouTube shit.
That's why I'm so mad at them, because it's like, so do I.
Yeah, it's like top 10 Spider-Man villains who fucked his life up. Like, okay,
where can I go from old school Kid Goku Dragon Ball clips to watching him fight in his first tournament as a teenager, to then I go to something in Naruto where I fucking watch fucking, I forget his goddamn name. Eyebrows. I hate it that I just forgot his name.
So,
but
here's
Rock
what you should do.
Rock Lee drop all the weights and then whoop Gar's ass around until Gar turns into a goddamn savage. And then learn more about the Marianas Trench. Where the fuck else can I go with this? It's just like my music choices. I need that.
Yeah.
I need that, but I'm not
paying
paying for it.
That idea would be such a good, and it has a purpose. It's to teach people things.
It's educational.
Yeah. Like,
and it's not in a way where it's just like, oh, let me just tell you this. It's just like, no, I question these laws as much as everybody else questions these laws. And maybe it'll make people more knowledgeable. If I'm not able to do it and somebody's able to do it, you don't even gotta give me fucking credit. I don't care. Do it. Just create the shit.
Yeah.
Create the shit.
If someone else makes Jesus hockey right now, I'd be stoked.
No, not that. Except for our movie idea. Except for our creative personal ideas. Shit like that you can take, but Jesus hockey, Ian's keeping that.
Yeah,
I'm writing movies to start getting these white people money. Goddamn it, because that will get me some white people money.
There you go. Yeah, man, that's like the thing I'm struggling with now too. Is like, so when I was in a sketch group, God, that's like 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We would just there was no finesse. It was just messing around. And then I would sit and figure out the program. I would just sit and like do all this stuff. And it's so hard for me to do that now because it's like there's too much.
Yeah.
But it's somehow
there's a lot more to it than there was.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it than there was.
The creative process. I'm great at, like, even during comedy, I could come up with like a good idea, but it was the execution that was always tricky.
For some things, it depends. Just like with the whole deadline thing.
Yeah.
it's easier for me to keep to certain shit like when I'm productive and when I'm going. If I just have a bunch of projects that I keep writing that haven't gotten made yet, that I haven't been able to do, it's kind of hard to keep pushing through that. So I'm more productive as shit's going, which is what's hard because I'm trying to I was thinking about something. It's easier when you have people who are just like down to be like, yeah, 100%. I'm down to just go with you and film this crazy weird fucking thing. Let's go do all that shit. You don't always have people who are willing to do that shit. And when you need shit, and when you look at it around, you're like, fuck, the only way I could do this is by doing this myself, but I don't have the resources to do it myself. And the only way I could do it is if I do it with other people, but other people aren't willing to do the shit either. So what the fuck am I going to do? Like, once you get to a point where you can do it yourself, then you can do something about it. But until then, it's like, well, fuck it. I guess I'll just try and find other things. Like maybe I'll try and work with other people and do other shit. But
dude, I've been thinking there's like so many weird apps, so many weird so there's an app, I can't remember the name of it now, but it's pretty cool. Like, so say you go on a hike or you go on you walk around the city, and you take pictures and videos. This app takes like that the mapping of everything and like plays it through as a video where it shows the map, shows each picture pops up, the video pops up, and it stitches it all together. It's really cool.
Okay.
I should probably actually shout it out. I think it's Relive. Yeah, so it's Relive. And I'm like, oh, dude, me and Doug and Nikki are going to make some fucking crazy hiking videos with this.
Hell yeah.
But then, and I did like a test one that I just showed them and my girlfriend, and it was like me just going around Sloan's Lake, and I was just taking all these different really bad pictures. But it made me laugh, and I was like, I'm gonna make like a comedy Relive video where it's like every picture or video is like something radical, like insanely different happening, like someone's trying to murder me.
Hey, we should do the Mighty Ducks thing, but we should do some commentary shit. Yeah, I think we have some funny commentary shit. I think we would.
There's all kind we got to get into this goddamn twitching. I feel like that more than anything. So when you think of Twitch, it's like, oh, we're trying to get these people. It's not anything like that for me.
No, you just got to stream, and then you like people will tune in if it fits into like their likes and their channels.
And it's like us just getting to fuck around and come up with different shit.
I just sigh because it always comes back to I don't have the fucking time to figure out another thing.
Yeah, I think I've got most of it figured out where you can just jump in.
Oh, well then fuck. Okay, let's go.
Like I have so many Steam games where
I pick things up rather quickly, so you just guide me along. I got it.
I'm trying to make it so you can just show up.
Cool.
You just got to show up, and we'll do some shit. But
fuck yeah,
that's so many I fucking bought a drone.
I mean, I have a drone, but I just found it.
Yeah.
So I got to replace a gear on it, but other than that, it works. I
bought a drone, and I'm like, dude, I want to do like drone comedy, like just weird drone shit.
No. What you got to do is you just got to sit there. You can do this because this would be great. Just do a bunch of like jokes, but every time you hit, just zoom away with the drone.
The drone just flies away.
It just hit them all like fucking one of my favorite things in the world, and I never knew why because I was so young. I didn't always understand it, but just something about the whole thing made me laugh. The deep thoughts for SNL when they fucking would have like
deep thoughts was great.
It was the funniest shit in the world to me. Like nobody else got it, and I was like, this is hilarious. Like, and now that I'm older, it's only funnier. But that kind of shit where like you can just tell a joke, and then whether it hits or not, just pan out.
Yeah,
fucking zoom
or it's just flying through like people doing insane things.
Or if you could organize the shit, it just zooms off and then it just lands in front of another comedian and they say something and then it zooms out and in front of another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna make like a hype.
That's
video.
A creative idea you don't steal from us, okay?
Don't you dare get a fucking drone. I patented drone comedy.
How dare you?
But I'm gonna make Brandon a hype video for Bruce Rogers. And there's an old 70s Macho Man video that's one of the weirdest, where he's just running around in the woods with his shirt off. There's a part where he's just hitting a thing with a stick, and then he's swimming. Like, it's the weirdest. So we're gonna recreate it, but with Brandon.
That's fantastic.
And then make it sweet where there's a drone and shit. But
yeah,
he made a valid point where because he lives up in Conifer, Colorado. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just doxed him, but someone's gonna go find him. But
run.
Yeah, he was like, no man, yeah, bring the drone up, but one of my neighbors will more than likely shoot it. And I was like, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. It's fair.
They know the government's after him.
Yeah, they're
there.
Like, why do you think we live in fucking Conifer? Stay out of here. Get off my goddamn airspace.
Yeah, dude. So maybe I'm trying to think of a way to motivate myself. I used to have like, this is a good idea. This is something I used to do. I had sticky notes, right?
Yeah.
Hundreds of them put up on my wall, just like with different sketch ideas.
You got that shit mapped out.
Yeah.
Looking like a Dexter crime scene.
Yeah. But then you're always kind of looking at it and being like, all right, or adding things, and I gotta do that. That's a good one. Because I have so much trouble just sitting and writing. Like, I would be famous by now if I just had an intern that would script everything for me, where I'd just be like, all right, but I feel like that's every single person ever is like, if someone else did the work.
If someone else did all the work for me, I'd be.
Yeah. Like, I
legit. If I had a clone of myself,
yeah,
I would get so much shit.
It's like, I have a video game idea.
It's not even funny.
I have a video game idea that'd be great, but it's like, I have to learn how to fucking code. Like, God damn it. So I kind of started, and it's like, this would be so much easier if I could just hire a coder.
Yeah.
Which I might just like, fuck it. But
hey, I'm hoping just through getting through shit and making eventual connections, I find people who do anime and find people who do fucking video games. Because I'm like, yo, I got ideas.
There you go.
I got ideas for y'all.
Because we can kind of, I think this will be a good topic since we're talking about the creative process. The absolute biggest hurdle in the creative process is money.
Absolutely.
Like, we've talked about this. Anything that's been successfully done, even dating back to like famous authors, like Blind Boy talked about this on his podcast, because he's very big on Patreon on using it, but he wants it to be like, you're helping this art happen. Like, you're helping me live and I'm creating this. You don't have to if you can't afford to. Everyone's gets it. But if you can help. And but he was like, even like James Joyce, all these famous authors had like a money mark, had like a famous rich person, a Patreon, a patron, all these like helping. And like, when you get into almost any famous like musician, something, there was like someone with money one day was like, here. And then that's when the shit happened.
Here. Create for me. Make like, this.
Here in Denver, which started in New Mexico, Meow Wolf, the big art collective that make all their interesting stuff, George R.R. Martin gave them $2.5 million. He was like, you guys make cool stuff, go nuts.
Yeah,
and they made like huge, insane things.
They're like, take it.
And it's like, how do you get that? How do you get a money mark? How do you get someone that believes in you?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Because to me, it's like, how does it genuinely happen? Because I don't want to. And this is just my fault too, because realistically, this is how business relationships work.
Yeah.
But as I am now, as I see it now, I'm not in a position to have a successful business relationship that benefits me, because if someone comes up with the money mark, I may have the idea, but once the shit gets made, guess what? It wouldn't have got made without them. So guess who gets all the fucking credit? They do.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. There's a ton in that. So you have to, especially when you don't have any leverage behind you, you have to hopefully find someone who is at least compassionate enough or understanding enough or nice enough to be like, yeah, dude, this is like your creative thing. I just want to involve in this shit. Like, if it pays out, let's just pay out evenly. And hopefully, if it does go well, it may continue to big our business. If it doesn't, but it's something that we can definitely build upon, that we like, we can build on and go from there.
Yeah.
Like, it's always opportunity of what it is.
I think, and it's basically just like, I'm going to use a wrestling analogy just because it's the first one I think of, but it's like, if you, like the Young Bucks, they just did their own thing. They figured it out and they just did it. They just made stuff. They just filmed. They made their fun being the elite stuff before it was big. They were just making tons of t-shirts doing this to the point where then they were like the #1 selling shirt at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Even getting the Hot Topic deal is insane. But then they're doing all this, building this. Tony Khan sees it. He's got money. And now AEW exists, so it's this big thing.
Pops
and it's
up,
those two things, and it's like if they weren't doing all of that, and building up their own thing, but they also were smart about it, and it wasn't someone that's like, hey, I want to take this over, I want to use your name, I want to do this. It's someone that understood how it worked. That's the big challenge. Because back when Crom was still a thing, the old comedy festival I did, good old Crom. I hated fucking sponsorship. I hated it. First year there were none.
Because they always want some dumb shit out of it, and it's like, for what?
Like, so here's the best example of that too. Like, I don't even remember the name of the dispensary, but like, we were like, let's just pitch to dispensaries, and I was the worst at this shit because you put me in front of like business dudes, and I'm just like, I'm not like, hey guys, hey, here's this. And there were friends of ours that could do that, but
they could. But
I just remember I go to the dispensary, and the guy's like, I'm just telling about Crom. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking sweet. Like, we get all these comedians. It's all DIY. We're just trying to like make cool things happen. There's no like bullshit. It's all like DIY. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And so he writes me a check for $2,000, which that was a lot, but also not nearly enough for what we were doing. But it was like a nice little like, all right, this will help out. And fucking then he wanted us to make videos with the comedians smoking the pot from the place, and I was just like weed reviews. So I basically I gave it to someone else. I was like, hey, go do this, just grab Denver comics, film this stuff. And then there was never anything else between me and that company ever again. So I'm like, I don't even know if it was good. But on the flip side of that, so I was booking comedy for the Fest in Gainesville, Florida, and our friend Sarah interviewed me because she was a big part of Fest back in the day. And she interviewed me, and it was in like the little magazine they'd give out at the beginning of the punk rock festival. And one of the things was her asking about Crom, and she's like, man, it seems like it's blowing up. Like, Yelp is a sponsor and stuff. And I was like, no, actually, that's just like they promote it through their website, and it's because I know a guy that works there, and it's not like actual Yelp giving us money. It's like more like their regional thing. But instead I'm just like, no, there's like no money. It sucks. And then a company that did all of Fest screen printing hit me up, and they're like, hey, I read your interview. Crom sounds cool. Like, we want to get involved. And that's the year we had lanyards. We had fucking all this stuff. Because this company like just threw us all this free shit. And so that's where it's like you built the thing up, and like there was this company. And just going to companies do not want to give anybody money. They want to give you stuff.
But you have to be realistic. Like, what are they getting out of giving you money? That's what everyone just go. Like, people will just go and just ask and just be like, oh, hey, a sponsorship is just, let me get money from you. And okay, what the fuck are you gonna give me back in return? Like, I may have a business where I profit, but I'm not just giving out money without expecting something back. You're not a fucking charity case.
That's the same for anything. Like, if you're gonna run a trivia show at a bar, they have to see value in it. They can't.
You got to draw people in if you want to do some shit like that. Like, that's what it is,
dude. There's a brewery that does trivia. They're charging $5 a head. And I was like, man, we should have fucking did that. Make a little money, you know what I'm saying?
We would have too, because those drunk motherfuckers would have paid to play. They would be like, I have $5 right here. Fuck yeah.
But so I think
Daenerys Targaryen. Sir, it's not
the thing.
Don't yell it out.
If anyone listening to this is ever gonna do anything
ever, here's anything ever, that includes waking up.
Here's the thing I hated more than anything. So a lot of the relationships I had, like with Ratio, it was that exact thing. I was doing a show that my friend Damien put on at Mutiny, and he was like, hey man, there's this new brewery and they're giving free beer to this thing. That's the guy who was in the Fairlanes. And I was like, fuck, I love the Fairlanes. When I was like 16, that band ruled. Like, I saw them at Warped Tour in Denver, and I watched them instead of Blink 182. And so during my set, I just kept referencing the Fairlanes, and Jason, the owner of Ratio, was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is hilarious. He comes up to me and he's like, come do stuff at our place. That's how it happens.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
Like, it was like, oh, then it became a friendship and then a business thing, and that ruins friendship every time. But there's probably ways to do it that's successful. But anyways,
probably you don't have a bunch of shit talking people.
Here's what drove me crazy. Then every single comedian who was trying to run something was like, oh, Ratio's doing something, so I'm gonna hit up Ratio. They all emailed like, give us free beer, give us this, give us that. And it's like, go find your own.
Yeah. Go fucking, what are you doing? You leeches.
There's no creativity. You leeches.
Like, how dare you?
Or they would be like, the funniest was these younger dudes were like, hey, can we just like borrow all your guys' chairs for our show? And I was just like, what? No. Go find your own fucking chairs. What, like, you're not even gonna put that minimal into your art. Like,
here's the thing. Here's the shit. Okay, look.
Like, Ratio bought me those chairs.
They did. Yeah. Because of the people you were bringing in.
Yeah. And that's how it is. And also, like, if someone's, I hate. Like, if our friends had a TV show that blew up, they started it here in Denver. Then all these fucking people started moving here because they're like, well, that's where everyone's getting TV shows there. And it's like,
what? No, I remember you saying that, but that was my initial reaction when you told me that. What? Excuse me. And people are getting TV shows
it's just
here
so lazy. It's like,
I've been acting around here for years, and I haven't seen or heard about shit like that. So unless you got some works going on where you got connections to go out,
so
you got the money to do it yourself.
My suggestion: 1, do it yourself, but 2, like, try to figure out what other people aren't looking at, what they're not doing, because that's where the good that's where you're gonna find your own.
Don't just drop shit into the void of what already exists. Find out what's being neglected or is not out there at all, and being like, oh, I could do that, and then do it.
There you go. I think that's good advice. All right, let's wrap this shit up.
Let's do it. Let's get this shit.
What are you into lately?
Writing my stories. Pretty much that's it. I haven't been doing shit, but just honestly just thinking about all of these different things I want to do. But hey, at least now I can, when I'm doing that, I'm getting further in a lot of my shit. So
there you go.
The next step will be to begin the script writing process for at least 2 of them.
There you go.
Yes, 2 of them, including the one I sent you. So yeah, 2 of them.
Hell yeah.
So there will be that audio drama, and then there will be another video project that I will begin writing. So
there you go.
Other than that, let's see. When I kind of unwind, I've been playing the Technomancer on PlayStation.
Nice.
It's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. Other than that, I'm looking around to see what the fuck else I've been doing. I don't know. I haven't been doing shit else. I work out kind of.
Shout out to weed.
Oh yeah. Oh, if only I legally could here. If only I could. But shout out to the remnants of weed. It's just CBD gang here for now.
There you go.
Until I get my medical, then it's 420 blaze that bitch all fucking day. So, which would probably be for the benefit, but I'll tell you about that after we get off this.
There you go.
Other than that, man, not shit. You? What about you? What's going on?
The new Suicide Squad movie rules.
I watched this shit last night. It was pretty fun and interesting. It was entertaining. I liked it.
Very, very good.
Go John Cena.
Yeah.
He finally made a heel turn.
But besides that, so I've got really into, it's a specific genre of video game that I've always known about, and I always kind of hated. I liked them when I was younger, but then like I think my patience wasn't where it needed to be for it's a genre called Metroidvania. So it's the Metroid, Castlevania were like the originals. Like and it's basically like platforming, but you have to solve puzzles, you have to backtrack, you have to go, like that kind of thing, right? And there were all these amazing games like that I couldn't, like my brain just wouldn't let me. I was like, just let me blow shit up. That's all I want to do. But something clicked, and like I've just been I played one called Chasm that was like an indie game. So fucking good. Hollow Knight, which is it was this huge indie game that everybody loved, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. And I played it. I was like, this is one of the best fucking games ever. Like, it's so good. But yeah, I'm just getting back into like platformer games because there's a new Metroid coming out that's like the original.
Ooh, back to the platform OG shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing that a lot. But
we need another Twisted Metal. I'm just gonna say, we need another Twisted Metal like we got with Twisted Metal 4, where you can make your own cars. I need that shit back. I need that back. I need it back ASAP. Ahora, right now.
If you're listening to this, make a new Twisted Metal.
Or give me the rights so I can make the movie. I have half of the movie plotted out in my head already for a Twisted Metal movie. I already know how the fuck you get away with their souls coming back after they die and shit. I already have Calypso figured out. I already got Sweet Tooth figured out. I got Thumper figured out. I got Axel figured out. I got Twister figured out. Woo, that motherfucker's gonna be bad. It's gonna be like the Batmobile that spins it. Anyway.
Oh, also there's a new FX show called Reservation Dogs that's coming out. That
I saw that.
Yeah,
that looked interesting.
Taika Waititi and Sterling Jeho. Oh, Jesus Christ! Some dude named Sterling who rules made.
Okay. So, do you know what it's about by chance?
It's about kids on a reservation committing crimes and doing fun shit. Yeah, so it's all from like the native perspective. It looks really good.
Yes, Native Americans still exist.
Yeah.
Sorry, Columbus and his ancestors didn't fucking kill us all.
I'm gonna make you edit this to the right person's name. Because I was like, how can I follow the dude on Instagram? How could I fuck up his name? So this is where you edit it. It's a hard cut.
It's a very hard cut.
And I'm gonna look it up. Sterling Harjo.
Shout out Sterling Harjo.
Yeah. My brain's fucking dust.
Sorry, I feel you.
But hell yeah. Let's see. Shout out project-nerd.com.
Project-nerd.com. All your nerdly needs. Check out all the podcasts they got there. They got a bunch. If you like wrestling, they cover wrestling. Check out all the other podcasts with Iggy and Carrie. Those two dudes are fucking great. They're fantastic. Go ahead and check them out.
Yep.
And yeah,
our stuff's on dudesweetcast.com. We have a new video coming up.
Yep. Check out the YouTube as well. We got shit out there.
We're creating content.
I don't know. I got more time, so we'll probably be doing more shit here, I guess. That's right.
I did a suck it.
You still want to suck it.
But yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
I forget how we end this. Hell yeah.
We never end this right. We never know how to. Okay. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude sweet.
Also suck it.
Suck it.